Hello and welcome everybody to the Verdant Growth Daily, where we usually give you the news, tips, and tools you need to live echo, but not today. Why is that, you ask? Because today, it's Monday. Or for many of you guys, I think it's actually Sunday if you're watching live. But I'm in Japan, which means that I am in the future. And so it is Monday where I am. So when it's Monday where I am, it's Monday for everybody. And when it's Monday for me, it's Funday Monday, which means that I get to talk about whatever I want, but not environmentally friendly things. Well, usually. I might eventually add in some environmentally friendly things here and there, but for the most part, I just talk about the things that I want to talk about. And today, I am talking about one of my favorite productivity tools ever. That is the bullet journal. So for those of you who are listening on the podcast, you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but if you tune in to the YouTube video that I'm going to post eventually on my YouTube channel, then you'll be able to actually see my bullet journal. I'm going to talk to you guys about what a bullet journal is. I'm going to talk to you about how to do one for yourself. I'm going to keep sniffing like this the whole time, by the way, because it's allergy season now in Japan. All those beautiful pictures of like cherry blossoms in Japan that you've seen, yeah, those things are death to your allergies. Let me just tell you that right now. But so it's now that season, so I'm just going to be sniffing for this entire episode. I apologize right now. But yes, this episode will eventually go up on my YouTube channel, and that's where you'll be able to actually see my own personal bullet journal. Today I'm going to be talking about what a bullet journal is, how to make your own, and just all the things that I really, really like about bullet journaling. So let's get into it. For those of you who are watching live and in video form, this is my bullet journal. I love to use these moleskin notebooks. These moleskin notebooks that have like the cool little strap thing that kind of holds it all together. I just love the quality of the paper and stuff in them. So I really love these for bullet journaling. But the great thing about bullet journaling is that it is super, super, super flexible, and you can use any kind of notebook. You don't need anything special at all to bullet journal. So first, what is a bullet journal? A bullet journal it's a flexible to-do list, calendar, productivity tool, goal-setting machine, all just rolled into one simple notebook. The reason I like bullet journals is because of the freedom. I have long since been a guy who loves reading about productivity and how to improve your efficiency and productivity in your everyday life, how to do more stuff with less time. And I've tried a lot of different styles of to-do lists and calendars. I've done the ones where you like all day, like for an entire year, I would like write out my schedule every single day from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. What do I do? From 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. What do I do? From 10 o'clock to 10:30. What do I do? And I used to write that all out. And it's really, really good. And it really, really keeps you on schedule and helps you get a lot of things done. But it is really tedious and takes a lot of time every day in the morning to do that. And so I ended up giving that up. I've done like really simple things, like just doing to-do lists, just making entire like to-do lists for everything. Here's my today to-do list. Here's my this week to-do list. And here's my 1 year to-do list. I've also done styles where I've done ones that were like just writing out goals. Forget about writing the specifics. Just put a big poster on the wall and just write, what are my goals in life? And then every day, just be sure that I'm doing things that move me towards those goals. So I've done a lot of different things. And bullet journaling has been the only thing that I've been able to stick with for a long time. I think I'm now in my second year of doing it, and I have never ever felt stressed or like it's a drag. I've never felt like doing a bullet journal is troublesome in any way, and it's definitely something that I think I'm going to continue doing forever, just because I think that there is no better way of organizing yourself. the freedom of it. There is no set calendar space, right? If you buy a calendar from the store, it'll only have a certain amount of pages per month, or maybe it'll only have a certain amount of space per month or per day, but not with a bullet journal. A bullet journal is super flexible. It's adaptable. It can adjust to how much you want or how little you want. It doesn't matter if you miss days. You won't have like gaps. If you stop using your calendar for a month and then you go back to it and you're like, I really hate that I just have, look, all of June. I didn't write anything for June. You don't have any of that with bullet journaling because all of that space ends up getting used. No empty space. And then it's just really flexible. It also works as a notebook. Everything gets integrated into one notebook, whether it's like taking notes in class, writing diary entries, if you want to plot your goals or your decisions over time, if you just want to keep lists of like shopping lists, books to read, movies to watch, all of it can just go into your bullet journal. All of it is just in it together. Now, if you guys really want like a super detailed how to do a bullet journal thing, search for it on YouTube. There are a couple of really, really great bullet journal channels, which I think I'm going to show actually once I stop recording. Once I stop recording and we have our extra time for questions and just audience interaction, then that's when I'm actually going to go over to the videos and I'll show you guys the videos that I watch that show that I learned how to bullet journal from. So let's go into it right now. Let's get into the actual looking at the bullet journal. What is it? How to do it? Okay, so I'm just going to be covering the basics here. I'm not going to be covering all the tiny little details. So this is my bullet journal. Like I said, on the front page, I've covered my email address and my phone number and all that stuff. That's right there. But I actually also use it to collect stickers. I collect stickers from all the different places that I go in the world. So you can see there's Thailand and that's Hawaii. That's just, I got that from the Pokemon Center in Japan here. The Monkey Park in Kyoto, Okinawa. I've just put all my stickers of like different places that I've been to in my bullet journal. So that's another thing I really love about my bullet journal is that I can just like keep track of all the different places I've gone. So again, any notebook works for this, but here's what you want to do. On the first page, you want to add an index. You want a nice index. This is where you're going to keep track of everything that you write down in your notebook, okay? So all it is, I would say you want to devote probably the first, like, I don't know, I think I do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do 5 pages of index, and this is actually a finished notebook, so I actually use this all the way to the end. And I only used like 2 pages of the 5 for my index. So I think that in my second one, I actually went to like 4 pages for my index. But yeah, basically in the index, all you're going to do is you're just going to write down, oh God, you guys can't see it. Let's go to the second page. You guys will be able to see it better. What is there on that page? So a future log, 30 questions to get to know you better. And then you're just going to write the page numbers down. So this is just going to be your place to go to just keep track of what is on every single page. Okay, then right after the index, you're going to have 2 pages, 1 spread, and this is going to be devoted to your future log. This is going to be where you put 6 months of stuff, 6 months of things that you want to do. Now, it's really important here, don't put too many like tiny details. Like if you have a certain thing to do on a certain day, like sure, you can write down the date, like here on April 5th. On April 5th, it was my day to return to Japan. That was the day of my flight to go back to Japan. So I wrote that in there. You can write things like that. But more than that, this is for writing. The future log is for writing like your general big goals. Whoa, my camera's freezing a little bit. I don't know what just happened to the recording there, but it looks like we're back now. Okay, but this is where you kind of keep track of the big broad strokes, the general stuff. What do you want to achieve over 6 months? Okay, so when you think about like the things that you want to achieve over the next 6 months, think about kind of the long term. In January, if I want to finish this violin piece by the end of June, then how much do I need to finish in January? How much do I need to finish in February? How much do I finish in March? Right? So this is where you kind of write, it's kind of like a to-do list for 6 months. All the things you want to do over 6 months. Also, when things come up that are like far into the future, like not within this month, things for next month, the month after, scheduling stuff, Throw it right there in the future log. So that's 2 pages. Then on your next 2 pages, this is your monthly spread. So in this case, this is January 2019 for me. And we do 2 pages there. So on this side, on the left side of the page, you write down all the days of the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every single date for that month, and then the day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then this is kind of where you can just track your accomplishments. Things that you finished. Maybe if you do have important things, this is your calendar, right? So the things that you have on certain days, you can write in what time on that day you need to do something, right? Then on the right side of the page, this is your monthly to-do list, right? So this is where you refer back to your future log and you look at the stuff like, all right, let's see, what did I want to do this month? Okay, now I wanted to achieve this part of this violin piece for this month. Okay, so to do that for this month, a little bit more detailed. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to achieve that goal? And so you start writing out all of the different things you want to do for this month. That's it. Super simple. Now, you guys might notice at the bottom, I have this. This is a mood tracker. At one point in time, well, I'm still doing it kind of, but at one point in time, I heard it's really, really good to keep track of your mood. So I keep a small mini calendar here where I just also track my mood. Am I in a very good mood, just kind of content and good? Okay, was I sad, angry, depressed? Just because if you do that, you're really going to be able to start to see patterns in your own moods. And you can kind of pay attention to the fact that, hey, around this time, I get kind of cranky. I get kind of upset at people. I need to really be careful about that. Why is that? Why is it that I feel so good at this time, but not so good at this time of year? So yeah, that's it. So that is the monthly spread. Next, we go into the daily. So this is the daily stuff. So on the daily stuff, you just write the date, the day, and then what are the things that you want to achieve for that day, okay? What are the things that you want to achieve for that day? And actually, I have a little bit of a guide to it that I actually think I wrote a long time ago. So you guys will notice that on almost every single thing, there's just hold on, let me get my monthly spread open again. Okay, there we go. There's a monthly spread. When I started bullet journaling, I was really anal about writing really beautifully. So you guys can tell that I wrote really beautifully here. But you guys can see that there are different kinds of marks here. So basically, for the different kind of marks that there are, you can do different things. So that's what I had actually here when I designed my bullet journal, or when I made it anyway. So you guys can see, if it's just a dot, that's a task. That's something that I have to do today. By the end of the day, I want to turn that dot into an X so that I know that I finished it for the day. Okay? So events that happen, a little bit of a little circle there. Notes, things that I'm thinking about that I want to get done for the day, or not things that I want to get done for the day, just general my thoughts. Maybe something happened and I want to write it down. I just want to keep track of that. Then make a little bar right there, and then the notes. Okay. Then if there's something that's a priority item, you can put a little star next to it. And then the exclamation mark, in the guide, they say to use that for inspiration, something very inspiring, something that you're gonna really want to read again later, then go ahead and put that in there. But I actually use the exclamation mark as a today high priority, you must do this today kind of a thing. So that's kind of the general how a bullet journal works. All of that, again, you want to write all of that down as you do these things in your index. Always be sure that anytime you start writing on a new page, you do 2 things. 1, you add a page number. So you guys can see I've got page numbers here in the top corners of every single page. I write the page numbers myself. And then after you do that, you write the page number, and then you write it down in your index. What page was that on right here? What page was that on? So that you always know what is on every single page. Now, Eugene, what about other things? What if I don't have a calendar? What if I just want to write my shopping list down? That's fine. See, that's the great thing about this system. Right? Here's my calendar. It's still the middle of January, but suddenly, boom, what's here? My list of books to read and my dog training goals, right? So in the middle of your calendar, you can just have other things that just come in on certain pages, right? And that's totally fine, because all you do is you just write that page number down, then you write the page number in your index, and then the next time you continue your month, your daily schedule, again, you just write the page number down, and then you add it to your index. So you can see right here, in January 2019, from page 3 to 6 was my January, and then I had a gap in there because that's where my books to read and my dog training goals were, and then I continued January on page 9 to 12. So I know exactly where all my January pages are. So it's really, really, really useful. And so you can do this for anything, right? I have pages, like I said, books to read, dog training goals. Look, here's my list of games that I want to play. And then let's see, what else do I have? I think I sometimes just have like pages where I just draw stuff because I just want to like get stuff off my mind. So here's like my January mind map, or kind of just like my mind dump. I just draw a picture that just has like everything that's been flooding my mind recently, and it just helps me to kind of examine my life. So you can use this bullet journal for anything. And because of that flexibility where you can just keep adding stuff to it, there's not a set like January's from this page to this page. So you're never going to feel like, all right, I wrote too many things this day, and if I write too many things, I'm going to run out of space by the end of January. There's nothing like that. It's completely free form. And so it's really great. I love bullet journaling, and I do this, and I've been doing this now for like 2 years. As you guys can see, once you finish your bullet journal, you just write the date. It's upside down. There we go. Look, this is the one I used from January 2019 to August of 2020. And then I started this one, which you can see is a beautiful coral green color. And I have now continued into this one. Now, the only thing is like, there are some details, right? How do you continue into a new notebook? The best thing to do is to just find what works for you. But in my case, I will very often write a small number at the bottom of the page that tells me where the last... Okay, and I just seem to have lost... I just ran out of space on my hard drive, so I had to stop the recording for a second and continue. But okay, the last thing that I was just going to cover before is like, if you do have to go to a previous notebook, I always write down in the bottom corner of the page, like what was the previous page that this page was on, so that I know from looking at this page where it continued both in the past and where it continues into the future. So you guys can see like on this page, like this is on page 40, but it had this is a continuation from page 30, and I continued it again on page 53 there. So the system is really, really flexible. It's great. I highly recommend everybody goes out there and tries out bullet journaling. Again, Google it or search on YouTube for bullet journal, and you're going to find a lot of really, really, really great resources on bullet journaling. Some people are like very, very artistic, and they make them very beautiful. Some people like to add like progress bars so that they can constantly just like color in a progress bar as they improve at something. So it's just a really, 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 really flexible system for getting all of your to-do lists, all of your calendars, all of your notes and things all into just one place. It helps organize your entire life and makes everything so much better. So I really, really suggest that all of you guys go out and try to bullet journal a little bit. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in for Funday Monday, despite the fact that we are not talking about sustainability and environmentally friendly things today. I hope that this is still something that's really, really helpful to you guys. Be sure to hit subscribe in whatever place you are currently tuning into, and come on to YouTube also and subscribe to me on YouTube and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I go live, and then you can come interact with me live like people are about to do right now. As soon as I stop this recording, I'm just going to be talking with chat. I'm going to be going into a little bit of the details of the bullet journal today. We're just going to talk about bullet journal stuff, and we're going to look a little bit more at my bullet journal. Find me on social media and all the places down below in the description box or on the screen. And again, thank you guys so much. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers so that I can make a donation to a charity. So help me get there. Help me get to 100 subscribers. I really, really appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Eugene and Verdant Growth. Out.